Hi football fans, it's that time of the week again when we bring you the latest and greatest hits from South African football. It's the one and only ShowCase podcast. It's your boy Desh and I'm joined by the likes of...
Yes, now ladies and gentlemen, it's Zaid. I feel it. It's MTN 8 final weekend. I'm ready.
Sure. Let's get straight into action. As you can see, our home team, Orlando Pirates and defending champions up against the country's finest club. There's no, without a shadow of a doubt, country's finest, Mamelodi Sundowns. The question is, who's going to take the trophy and be crowned the king from Saturday night?
Ooh, you're asking me my prediction so early, eh? Sundowns.
Yes. Well, look, thanks for joining us this week. And
Very false. Very false.
True.
No, very false.
Sundowns, the mentality. That's the word that I've been looking for. I've been doing some review on the first leg, semi-final. 94th minute, 93rd minute if I'm not mistaken. Mentality. And in the second leg, it's the first minute they scored.
Yeah.
So they're either doing something right there. So it's just mentality. It comes down to these players are winners. They know they are winners.
You speak about that first minute goal scored by the likes of Peter Shalulile, number 9 when he's coming at you. Defenses are not looking forward to that game. How do you think he's going to fare against Orlando Pirates? I mean, you know, they've got Sipo Chain in the nets, a new summer signing. The likes of Innocent Maela was captain of the team. Bafana International. Do you think he's going to be the one to marshal Shalulile?
A lot of teams in the league have tried to marshal him, and you saw last season he ended up the top goal scorer. It's very hard to mark that man. He is the danger man for Mamelodi Sundowns. He does what he needs to do. He gets his goals all the time.
Those who don't know, Shalulile is a Namibian player, but he plays straight in South Africa in the GSTV Premiership. I believe he's won in the last 5 or 6 golden boots. I think Bradley Krobala might have won it once, so I guess that makes him 5 of the previous 6 golden boots. However, 4 of those have come with Mamelodi Sundowns. One was with his former club, I think it was Highlands Park.
The breakout season.
Yeah, and from then they made the call and he became Masanda Wana. So you're backing him to find the...
I'm backing him to find the net.
Very false.
Yes, I am. With their new striker as well, so it's a
It's the one and only Costa you're talking about.
Yes.
Man started on fire. I believe he scored in pre-season and took that form into the Premiership. I think he had 5 goals in his first 4 games or something like that. He was the top scorer. I say was because the last time I checked, Mabasa, former Pirates man by the way, he now is on top of the scoring charts. I think he applies his trade for Swallows, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but yeah, the Bluebird Birds flying high, coached by the likes of Steve Kampela. Yeah, so I wonder how it's gonna be when Sundowns and Swallows come bowling in the GSTV. But of course, I digress. We're back here to chat about MTN 8. The scene, Moses Mabhida.
It's gonna be electric, sold out. What is Moses' capacity, by the way?
I think it's 65,000, but look, I think there's going to be 70,000 people
70,000
in that
people
stadium.
there. And if you guys didn't know, I have my ticket already, sold out.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be there.
Of course.
The atmosphere, it's going to be perfect. I can't wait for this weekend.
I'm sure there's watch parties across Durban, so if you can't make to the stadium, then please feel free to join your fellow South Africans and indulge in the 90 minutes of a game of football. Let's move our attention to Orlando Pirates. We just spoke about Shalulile, the opposite number 9, Zakash Lapasa. I mean, where do we even begin? The man scores, Pirates win. But actually, when he hasn't found the back of the net, they haven't won.
Yes.
How's that stand for you? Do you think he's going to be the deciding factor in this game?
They have SHL, if I'm not mistaken. They call BBC.
MSZ,
BBC, Benzema, Bale, and Ronaldo. So they have.
Thanks, yeah. For those who didn't.
So it's SHL. If those 3 players come, if they get their triangles right, they get their movement right. Sundowns could have a big problem on their hands.
You mentioned Seleng. Your favorite memory of him?
Favorite memory of him? Rainbow flick,
oh my gosh. Is that wearing the Bafana shirt? I believe across the previous friendly against...
We did mention that, yes.
Yeah, it might have been, I think, Namibia, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, please go search it for it.
It's on our Instagram socials.
Yeah, but for me, when I look at Seleng, I have to speak about Laz's MTN 8 fun. He did score that whole impressive goal. But if you haven't, please go and check it out, because to me, it looked like an impossible angle to score. I mean, it was literally like closer to the corner flag than the center of the goal. So for him to find the back end, in fact, back himself, to even take the shot on, just looked like a man playing in confidence. This time, however, there's a new man for Pirates. Remember the name, Maswangani.
Maswangani. Okay.
Patrick Maswangani, formerly of SuperSport, currently at Orlando Pirates. He hasn't really quite hit the goals and assists that he is used to, but looks like he's going to be the danger man for them in this final. And you mentioned the forward line of Otto, Lapausa, and Seleng, and he's somebody that does drop in between the lines and can link up the play. Do you think he possibly finds a battle in it?
No.
Probably look to play those through balls and link up.
The North Shore position.
I see. I just want to speak about Pirates' form. Currently, they've lost 4 straight games. It's the first time that's happened since Jose Rivera has taken over. What do you think that makes them going into this one? Underdogs or favorites? Because they are the defending champions.
Any team that plays against Sundowns goes into the underdogs.
As underdogs.
Yes. Any team in Africa, shall I say, that goes into Sundowns goes in underdogs. But they just need to bounce back. It's like I said, it's not the PSL anymore. It's club competition. It's the final. You don't need to hype anybody up. The hype is already there. So just go in fresh, forget about the past, and they focus on this weekend, shall I say?
Yeah. This has the makings of a grudge match. I mean, if you look at last season, Pirates finished as runners-up for PSL. However, they bagged both domestic trophies, that being the MTN 8 and the Nedbank Cup. So, Jose, since he has taken over, he's guided them to 3 successive cup finals. I mean, it's impressive.
Very impressive.
Has to be.
Last year, did they play Sundowns in the semi-final, if I'm not mistaken?
They did, and they knocked them out.
They knocked them out, yes.
Another reason why this is a grudge match.
Yes.
Yeah. And the final reason, in my books at least, I believe it was last week or 2 weeks ago, Pirates and Sundowns met in the DSTV Premiership. That game was won by Sundowns. I think it was a 1-0, very fine margin. But in the second half, Pirates came out and took the fight to Sundowns. Majority of the game was played, majority of the second half rather, was played in the Sundowns half. So it goes to show that Jose is cooking, and I wonder, as he analyzed that game, what are the key takeaways? Do you think he gets on over?
For him personally, he's a cup man, so to speak. He's like a Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
He knows.
Speaking about Jose Mourinho, I mean, we know his all-impressive tactics.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Do you think
In big trouble.
That? Maybe if they steal the first goal, possibly even the second goal, will they actually opt to park the bus?
Sundowns, I don't think will opt for that, because we spoke about their tactics. They go out, they change it up every game. It's every minute, you could say, every 10 minutes, shall I say, it's a different formation they play. The manager tinkers with it. So I doubt they're going to park the bus if they score first. But Pirates, on the other hand, if they get the 1 goal, I would advise, get solidified, secured, just relax, calm the game down.
With this being a cup final, I want to ask you, do you think it's going to go over the 90 minutes?
From a spectator's point of view, being there, I hope it goes over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to see what the benches can do.
To change the game.
Other way around,
Controversially, fouling Ndu Datsane in the Kaiser Chiefs penalty area.
Yes.
But the referee waved the penalty away. Following that incident, the referee was suspended for 4 weeks from professional football by, I believe, Southport.
Right
Do you
decision.
think? Yeah, but
Right
do you think controversy is going to mar this game here?
It should be. There is the referees are under the spotlight for this game. It's a cup final. Every decision will be every decision will be hissed at.
And be contested.
Yes.
Yeah. You mentioned the bench just now. Right now, we've seen the likes of Kim Vidu coming off the bench for Orlando Pirates. But there's also players like Mofa King, who hasn't really been on the pitch as much as he was towards the tail end of last season. Another player, Kelmati Erasmus.
Yes.
Man's been chowing bench. Do you think, what's happening there? Why do you think the coach is choosing to bench those players?
I rate him. I highly rate him. I feel like even off the bench as well, if he comes on, I feel he's got he's a flair player. So he can come off and he can do something, because we watched him last season as well.
Yeah.
If he comes off the bench and if he's on it again, so he's like, okay, I've been on the bench psychologically, it's my time to prove it. Even if it's the 60th, 70th minute, manager calls him and says, you know what, go in, change the game. It's his opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
And he knows he has the potential to do that.
Let's actually move the conversation to the opposite end of the pitch. How important is it for your goalkeeper to come out, make a top save, maybe a claim from a corner, high punch, just to say, I'm here, this is my time to shine? Because, the game is played with 11 men, and the goalkeepers maybe aren't really under the spotlight unless they call into action.
So both sides are goalkeepers. It's important. Any ball in the box, come out. Even if you're not holding it, come out, punch it.
Yeah.
Dictate the box, control the box. make sure there's no mistakes. That's the most important thing. We see careers in a cup final. Sometimes careers can be ruined over a cup final. So just keep the composure, keep calm.
Yeah. Do you think Pirates are coming into the Moses Mabhida Stadium, having played there last season, played the final? Do you think it gives them that slight advantage?
It should give them a slight advantage. He said, we've been here, we've done that, it's time for us to do it again. We've been there, we've done that. Now it's up to Sundowns to go and say, hey, we want to contest for the treble now.
Yeah.
So let's put our name on all the silverware this season.
You mentioned the treble. You have to look at the league trophy right now. Sundowns, I believe, have won its seventh straight titles, PSL history. They literally write history almost every weekend.
Yes.
It's just another win, another goal, another clean sheet, and boom, into the record books. They've won 8 of their opening 8 league games. Is the PSL title race over?
I don't think it's over. I hope to think it's not over because we still want to talk about the player. We want to make it a competitive league. So hopefully there's a late charge from one of those teams.
I see. Well, look, I think that concludes our MTN 8 final preview. It's been a pleasure, Zaid. And guys, Saturday, 6 p.m. kickoff. Don't miss it.
I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm going to be there. You'll see me there.
Sure.